Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Dexter Deveau Show.
What's going on,
I'm
guys?
here with my brother and collaborator, Julian Deveau.
How you guys doing? I think you guys saw me on the last episode.
You shot me on the last episode. Go watch the bankruptcy and solvency episode. We're having an epic conversation. Very brief today, but we're talking about the ever popular Nikocado Avocado.
Nikocado. Quite the guy, huh?
Yeah. So apparently, if you're living under a rock, do you want to tell us who Nikocado is?
Well, Nikocado Avocado is a YouTuber and shall I say influencer?
Sure.
Whatever. He's an internet personality. He's
Right.
a guy who basically, as far as I'm concerned, he is a guy who makes food videos.
Yeah, like muk-bangs. Like
yeah.
he'll eat stuff. And there's like a huge movement on YouTube of people that eat food.
Right.
And like they're literally eating.
Yeah,
like
right,
they'll
right.
get
They
like a
make-
massive portion of food and they're like literally eating
That's a
while they're
mukbang,
talking.
right?
It's a mukbang, yeah, which
Yeah,
is kind of
you get
not
like
gonna lie, it's kind of disgusting.
It
but,
is, yeah.
like,
You get like a big proportion of food, like for example, like if it's
like he'll go order like a
KFC
full
or
family meal
of KFC
and
eat
eat
the whole
it
thing.
while
Yeah,
like a 45-minute YouTube video, which in my opinion is disgusting. But
yeah, it's pretty gross.
And
But
I
look,
think-
a lot of people like it. There's
Hey,
a lot
man.
of different types of mukbang videos.
Yeah.
So there's not like there's noodles. There's really anything that you could
Yeah.
think of. So
Yeah.
what I've seen a couple videos of his just.
So to preface this, Nikocado originally was a member of the vegan community. Right? So he was sort of plugged in with a lot of the larger members of like the plant-based lifestyle
Which actually I didn't
community.
even know that.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
like
know that.
yeah. So
Until
it's
recently.
complicated. But yeah, so he basically went it's interesting because like there's a lot of people that were part of the vegan community that ended up forging. Like there was a girl from Toronto named Maddie Limburner that has like 9.6 million subscribers on YouTube, and she's from Toronto, and she was part of the vegan community as well.
Okay, she was.
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's like this plant-based
Community, yeah.
and people that have left. Nikocado was part of this community apparently, and he's now a massive internet sensation. So he had a video come out 2 days ago called 2 Steps Ahead.
Right.
You know, what you actually told me this.
Yeah,
You called me this morning, and you were like, "Yo."
Because I know this guy. Remember that guy, Dame Drops?
Yeah.
The guy that goes to different
The food
restaurants.
guy?
The food guy, yeah.
This is a guy that literally
Yeah.
sits in his car. This is a little bit sad.
It's sad.
Like
yeah,
a
it's
dude,
sad.
nice gentleman. I might add this, right? American guy.
Funny guy.
Nice guy. Seems like a very sweet person, but just literally makes videos of himself eating in a car, right? Which is makes me ask so many questions. And then there's the real question of like, who are you making that for?
For sure. Well, like he.
Because imagine if you take that. I don't mean to interrupt you. Imagine you're literally sitting
Yeah.
in a parking lot, and let's say we're going to get groceries somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a guy
making a video
sitting
eating
in a
food.
car,
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
eating a family-sized KFC.
Well, look, it's sad. But one thing I do like about Dame Drops is
Yeah.
I like his content where he goes to like the best pizza restaurant in my state,
Yeah.
the best Chinese buffet in my state, where he'll actually go in and film the food and film the atmosphere, and
Yeah.
he'll order several things, and he'll actually read the reviews, and he leaves a detailed review at the end of the video. So I feel like
But
there's
he
a lot
does
of
Yelp.
Yeah, he does Yelp, but there's a lot of that's
Like
true.
2006 called.
Yeah, I know. But
They want their what the hell?
But there's a lot of the thing I like about his content. There's a lot of details that go into the video. So it's like, hey, I live it. For example, like he lives in Connecticut, I believe.
Right.
So it's like, hey,
Yeah, he's from the U.S.
yeah, right. So like, okay, the best pizza shop in my city, the best this.
Yeah.
So I kind of like it because there's a lot of variety and it's very well orchestrated and planned, and it's not just like I'm gonna put the camera on and shoot.
Yeah, he's very
And film.
sensitive, and he's very like.
He's well-spoken.
Welcoming.
Yeah,
he's like a corporate guy too.
For
so
sure,
it's,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting. But yeah, so he's part of that, I guess, that larger eating space. So Dame, Nikocado. I mean,
I
obviously
suppose,
two very
yeah.
different audiences.
Yeah.
Right, but transitioning Dame to Nikocado, basically what's happening is that Nikocado Avocado is a food eater. This guy was like 400 pounds.
Crazy.
Was in a wheelchair.
Crazy.
And came out with a video.
He was in a wheelchair?
Yeah, like
Damn.
he had videos of him at Walmart in a like electric assist wheelchair because he was so big he couldn't walk.
He ballooned to what, almost 500 pounds, basically.
Yeah, like this guy was huge, absolutely massive.
450, 500
Like,
pounds.
yeah, and he ate himself to that size. He was probably $150, $175.
And the thing is too, like you're talking about that he went from being a vegan, being 160 pounds, 150 pounds,
Soaking
making
wet.
health,
Yeah.
making health related videos,
Yeah.
eating clean food, eating green food,
Yeah.
eating good food,
Yep.
to him basically selling his soul,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
knowing what was going to attract people to watch his videos, get views, attention.
Yeah.
And we spoke about it before we filmed this video, but no, I mean, clearly it was some type of marketing thing to get money, to get views, to get paid.
Yeah.
So, I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah. So
ultimately.
basically what happened is he put out a video and do you want to explain it? He stockpiled.
Yeah, I mean, I think for what, 2 years or for a year or something, from as far as I'm concerned, for X amount of time, he made videos so
Right.
that he would just keep posting. He would keep them in his hard drive and post them once in a while. So he stockpiled videos so that, and then while he was doing that, he was actually in the gym losing weight.
Yeah, so he lost like
exercising.
250 pounds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. So he was basically trolling the internet, which is, yeah, we're going to get into that today. So basically, he amassed like 26 million views in a day. Right. So there's like this redemption arc where we have people like
crazy.
Mr. Beast are coming under fire.
Yeah.
Right. For
Why-
a lot of, so apparently a member of his staff was grooming an underage individual in like private communication streams. So
Okay.
there's been a massive issue with Mr. Beast. And Nikocado is sort of like on this like redemption arc right now. So it's interesting. But yeah, let's talk about Nikocado. So let's talk about this whole movement. So he came out and basically said he had like a mouse
Panda,
costume.
it was a panda head.
Yeah,
That
like
was
panda head.
yeah,
And he
yeah.
said, you guys are a bunch of ants. You guys called me this, called me that.
And I'm getting paid.
And he's getting paid the
Yeah,
whole
I'm getting
time.
paid. He said he
you
bought
know?
a $2 million penthouse. The guy's made a lot of money off of.
At what cost though?
Well, look, think about it. He put his body through hell and back, and he could have died. Look, probably has permanent heart disease.
Oh yeah.
Permanent. His arteries are clogged. You can't reverse some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if it's a shock to the viewers. But look, and I just want to I want to make this point.
Sure.
There's a lot of people on the internet. I will mention somebody who also is. I'm not here to bat. I just want to make it. Wait, I just want to make a disclaimer.
Wing stings.
Yeah, look, you know what I mean. But I'm not here to. I'm not here to bash people or like. Yeah, I'm not here to laugh about obesity or about being overweight or whatever. Everybody has.
Yeah, no, like
their
health.
own-
Look, health is serious.
For sure.
You have to take care of yourselves. Like this
sure.
is. We're simply talking about the social issues around these topics.
For sure.
right?
I'm not here to laugh at anybody, but
People are monetizing their struggle, though.
But definitely, that's what I want to say is
Yeah.
people are putting themselves on the internet and they're basically becoming martyrs. Where there's a guy on the internet who's been a YouTuber for 15 years, almost 20 years. This guy's name is Wings of Redemption, and he was very popular YouTuber, and then he became a streamer. But he came up with guys like FPS Russia, Woody's Gamer Tag, people that are really, really well-known YouTubers. And basically he just, I don't know if it was his work ethic or he just didn't pivot to make new content. So he was stuck doing the same things.
Yeah.
And he kind of fell off and he went on this weight loss
like
journey.
gastric bypass
Yeah,
surgery
he
or
had
something?
he had
He was quite a large
what did
guy.
he had he had
What are you getting in Mexico or something?
bariatric surgery.
Bariatric surgery. Yeah.
It was a gastric bypass.
Gastric
He
bypass,
he went to Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Garcia. Sad that I know that, but I followed.
Oh my god.
I followed him, but the point is that he started to attract a lot of trolls between I think it was 2016, 2017.
Really bad.
And these guys would, tell, be like, they would send a donation in the super chat on YouTube, and it would be like, the name of the user would be like staples falling out in the airplane.
Oh my!
Because he would go, he was going to Mexico to get the surgery. He would get stapled, and he had to fly back to the U.S. It was like sick things that started to. People he got
diabolical,
swatted like 5 times, and this is the point where he attracted such a sick viewer base just to get paid.
Yeah.
And even now, Wings of Redemption, he's still on YouTube, but he's mostly doing Twitch
but like
streams.
it's
and
not.
this guy makes like 50,000-60,000 US per year to sit at home, and everyone makes fun of him on the internet. He's basically a lol cow, to where
a lol cow. I never heard that.
Yeah, where he's harassed on the internet.
Okay.
But he's getting paid to do it. Now
but
Wings of Redemption.
I'm sorry, $60,000 a year.
Yeah, but Wings. I'm just saying, Wings of Redemption.
Sautéed.
Wings of Redemption is the polar opposite to where Nikocado Avocado. They're both.
Yeah, that's true.
I should say Wings of Redemption also is morbidly obese, but the difference is that he was resisting the hate, to where Nikocado Avocado.
He weaponized it.
Yeah. And he monetized it, and he got paid to say, hey, look, if I'm gonna be overweight and I'm gonna eat all this crap and I'm gonna do this and that, I gotta get paid to do it. So it's pretty smart, to where Wings of Redemption is still trolled, still gets swatted relentlessly. I mean, the people that make fun of him, and they look, he had a breakdown on stream. And I shouldn't even be laughing, because it's not actually that funny, but it is, because I showed Dex as well. Like, so on PlayStation, he was playing PlayStation, and they would join in his in-game lobby.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the chair squeaking. So it's like,
ban him from the chat.
Yeah. And he would just scream and shout, and like it was really funny. And then he said, "Look here, listen."
Look here.
He had this. He
Me and my brother said each other that thing all the time in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. But
look.
So
You know what I mean?
so get tight.
Look.
Nice. Get tight to shit no more. But I'm saying that he, I think the average person would let it get to them.
Oh yeah, you have to be. I don't think to have that. So then I want to ask you a question. You're a fan of YouTube.
Definitely.
We love YouTube. YouTube is an amazing resource.
YouTube.
It's awesome. YouTube. Video media is such an important. That's why I called you this morning. I'm we're doing this video to talk about this, because monetizing video content, multimedia content is in this era is so important. But that's also a huge issue, is the fact that everything is filmed.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is that everything is filmed. And I think that when you create a ecosystem that's driven by ad revenue, and people are gonna do there's now you're seeing this incident now of YouTubers in the States that are going, and there's a few incidents of YouTubers being shot, right?
Yeah.
Of people that are prank videos, because I feel we're entering a new era where it's getting more and more challenging to make profitable content, unless you have this massive ecosystem like a Mr. Beast.
Yeah, who's also maybe, not to cut you off here, but could be seen as a scumbag or a grifter, or as somebody who does these videos, puts so much money into videos, but he gets such a large return on it. Yeah. Go ahead though.
Yeah, so I think it's just it's so difficult to make money on the internet because it's so competitive. And I feel people are doing unbelievable things to make money. Like
Nikocado.
There's dudes that go and you see these videos of these guys who are in Compton. It's handing out, or confronting thugs in LA, and it's you got some coke, and it's
but they could be fake.
They have a bottle of coke. You want some coke, homie?
Yeah, but they could be fake.
Yeah, it could be fake, but it's just it makes me wonder where it's what's the limit of what people are doing to make money on the internet.
Well, clearly there is no limit. Look at Nikocado Avocado.
This guy risked his life.
He did, literally, just for money. And now look, he definitely understood that he could manipulate his audience and balloon up to almost 500 pounds, and know that there's a huge audience of people that hated him. And that's what I'm telling you, is that the difference between a Mr. Beast, or for example me, I have children. There is a channel it's a Spanish channel. It's called Danny y Eban. And Danny and Eban? Yeah, and it's there's two kids, and they play video games with their dad.
Okay.
Julian.
Okay.
And it's
Julian.
it's from Spain. Danny y Eban, and the dad is
como
Julian.
tú.
Yeah, but listen, right? So it's very, very, very good. It's very
family friendly.
It's very family friendly. They just play games, and but I'm telling you, huge amount of views, man.
Really?
The PG.
What do they play?
They play like PC games.
Oh, okay.
Different
Like Sims and stuff, like simple games.
yeah, some stuff like that. But Minecraft, I think.
Simple
But,
stuff.
Yeah, simple stuff. But like I'm saying that's one type of market where you have an audience of people, kids, of children, or maybe family, or
Yeah, the family stuff is super lucrative.
But then you look at like somebody like Nikocado Avocado, where probably a huge percentage of his audience hate him, and are laughing at him and want him to screw up and fail. And it would be the same thing.
It's almost like a punish fetish.
It is, yeah, and it's
right?
it would be the same thing with Wings of Redemption, where a majority of his fans, they clearly want to make fun of him. They want to troll him. They want to, they call
actually
him,
literally
they
hate
called
him.
like they have different nicknames for him. They call him Richard, which his name is not Richard. They call him Liquid Richard because he was on a liquid diet to lose weight. Oh my god! They
cooked him up.
They made a music album from clipping his videos and taking the audio and then putting them onto songs. Like, oh my god! You have a dedicated group of people that want to harass you and want to hate you and want to see you fail, and at the same time they're paying you. It's like a punish fetish, like you said.
It's a punish fetish.
Like,
man.
They hate you so
think
much.
About who? Why would someone go out of their way? Like this guy, man. This guy right here is crazy.
No, I'm telling
you. This guy. I'm like, yo, why are you watching? Because like, I think the difficult thing with YouTube.
They're like, why would I watch something like that?
Well, this guy, you're literally contributing this guy's downfall.
It's true.
But the problem is like with YouTube,
this
guy's. I would love to have one.
Just getting back to it though, he's not a victim. This guy's getting paid to do this. I understand his mental health. I understand all of that stuff. Yeah. But dude, you're not a victim. You publicize your videos in the internet. There's a huge amount of people that hate him. I'm referring to Wings of Redemption.
No, people legit hate this guy. People legit hate this
guy. And it's gotten to the point where when people are swatting you and people are calling the FBI and saying you're a pedophile when none of that is real, like when you're actually trying to, I can't swear on this video, can I?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, when somebody's really trying to fuck with your money or fuck with your business, that's really when I just, it's gone too far. But that's his audience that. They're probably incels, and they're probably people that hate themselves, so they want to put it out on other people.
Yeah, which is okay. That lets me ask you another question. Yeah, is like, so
because you don't see that happening on Danny and Eban. You don't see that you don't see that type of audience in different videos. Maybe with Dame Drops. Yeah, they genuinely like his food reviews.
Yeah, because it's also like Badlands Chugs.
Yeah, that
right.
Guy,
who's like a really these guys like Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm just joking. I'm gonna get demonetized right now. Actually, I'm not. This video's not even monetized. Yeah, I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet.
Yeah. So use my promo code at that. Yeah. No promos yet, but if anyone who wants to sponsor,
call champion on the hat. It's all good. Yeah. The problem is with these channels is like, so. Obviously YouTube is like people make money off ads. Yeah, right? That's clear. You can make a ton of money off ads. So the question is like, how these channels wouldn't exist without a viewer base.
True.
Right.
True.
Would people go out of their way to make these videos without a financial incentive?
I wouldn't think so.
So then there becomes like, you're basically like in any free market system, which YouTube is. Yeah. Is that you're behooved by your viewer base.
Sure.
And it's feel like I'll give you an example. Like when we watch, so the Olympics just passed. Yep. Right. As a consumer, a passive consumer of professional leisure activity, which I would call the Olympics that. What?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
I see a little smile pop.
I'm just listening. Yeah.
Listen.
Go ahead. Look.
So I think the problem is with like the Olympics is that I don't do that. Like we don't want to see average activities.
No, I'm just laughing because you mentioned the Olympics. And there was this Australian breakdancer.
Oh, nah.
Where
Ray Gun?
Ray Gun. Nah. They fired her and just, you're fired.
Trash.
Get out of here. Yeah.
Trash. I don't know. There's a lot of controvery around her.
Right. Yeah. But
apparently her husband was on like the judge panel and stuff.
No way.
And like, I don't know. And these are allegations, but I don't know. A lot of crazy stuff going. Anyways, the point being like, so in the Olympics, we want to see extra human efforts. We don't want to see. Like, we want to see Usain Bolt pushed every year. And I'm not talking about literally. I'm talking about metaphorically. Like, we want to see that type of championing
for sure
happen every single year.
For sure.
Especially because I think when we're consuming these things as consumers, like on YouTube, you are consuming content.
Of course.
And it's free, but it's insidious because on the back end, the content creator has an incentive to push. And then who benefits? YouTube does. Because
and
and
the advertisers, yeah.
Yeah, the advertisers are like,
Yeah.
you know, and you don't get to choose who advertises on your videos, but I think there's an incentive to push the limits in terms of what's appropriate. And that's why you're seeing so much crazy content, which even over the past decade didn't really exist.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? So you're seeing this like massive
shock.
adpocalypse happen in the early 2010s. And then you're seeing like the push now on YouTube is like, let's literally eat until we're 400 pounds, or let's go out and troll Uber drivers and get shot.
Yeah.
Which is like, what's happening now with content creation?
Well,
in that ecosystem, you know what I mean? Because it's like, and I think
people are desperate. People are desperate for views, and people are desperate for.
I think also too, like, I'm not sure if it's something that's internally pushed through the different social media channels. Like, you have TikTok is competing for viewership. You have Snapchat, which is not really a thing anymore. Facebook, Instagram. You have all these competing avenues for eyeball attention. High level at like even X has like paid channels now. Yeah. So it's like or advertising revenues coming in. So it's like you have all these competing eyeballs for attention, and the advertisers are paying content creators so much money that there's an incentive to do outlandish, crazy stuff that could literally put your life in jeopardy.
Well, look, I think there's so much competition, like you said, and I think people are desperate to get ads and to get views, and it's very competitive.
Yeah.
There's so many. Anyone can basically put a camera on. Like, look at
this. We have a video. We're just talking.
But I was about to say that. Like, look how many podcasts there are. Look how many discussions. Yeah. Anyone can do it and bring their own ideas to the table, and I think that's good and bad.
I agree with you.
But I do think as well, like, there's a lot of independent media out there, which I think is really, really, really competitive as well. Because if I have, like, for example, there's a guy named Tommy Sotomayor, which we've known him for probably 10 plus years.
Another controversial figure.
Yeah, for sure. And I've been on his radio show. I've actually spoken to him, and Dexter was there.
Sure, I was there.
I was frozen, man. I
what do you have to say?
Nothing. Yeah. I was like starstruck. But
you're also young. You were like what, 12?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm calling from Canada. Like, he's like, oh, okay. Like,
get on with it.
He's like, wait, come on, like, go ahead. You say what you got to say.
Well, you're 12 years old.
But I'm saying, that being said, and I think that was a wake up call to him as well, because knowing that how diverse his audience. Yeah. But you got to be careful with what you say on the internet. But I do think. If you haven't more of an independent avenue, someone like Tommy Sotomayor he's not on YouTube anymore. So he has his own website. Yeah. You can pay, you can send him a couple bucks if you like, or you can be a free member and still get certain limited
access.
he
deplatformed himself.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
For probably a variety of different reasons.
Because he was getting trolled, and they would pull down his channels. And so.
Yeah, so that's another question is like, so this is going to be a very controversial question.
Okay.
But should a channel like Nikocado exist on YouTube?
Well, should someone like Tommy Sotomayor exist?
Yeah, well, there's
who has different political opinions, is probably would be.
Yeah, because we know, like, okay, let's make it clear, like, YouTube wants family friendly,
right,
non-swearing.
So why is Nikocado? How is Nikocado?
Yeah, so that's my question.
But no, but for example, like I mean, I know Nikocado.
Because you can't say that his content is healthy.
No, it's not. But I know he has his husband or his boyfriend, Oren, I think.
Oh, okay.
And in some of the videos, they would fight, like smack each other. Yeah, like
domestic abuse in the videos.
And I think that's disgusting. Yeah. I think it's deplorable.
While they're fighting over a family pack of KFC.
No, for sure. Not. I mean, I just want to say that
back in the day.
Not because they're gay, not because that's not. Whatever socially acceptable, because it is, but I'm just saying like because they would smack each other around, that's domestic
violence. Like they're fighting in the videos, they're smacking each other, they're crying.
That's not showing anybody that's healthy, like you said. And then they're crying over their food, they're throwing food at each other. It's just just gross. But I think like you said, the needle has been pushed so far to where they're so desperate for content and money and views and attention, and ultimately, that they're willing to do anything. I don't know, man. I'm not a policymaker. I'm not somebody who would say certain videos should be on YouTube and certain videos shouldn't, because unfortunately that's the way it is.
Yeah, no, and YouTube is a private company.
Exactly. So
right? They have an incentive.
Look, they could have deplatformed.
Yeah, but they probably make. This guy had 20. So when you called me this morning, my brother called me at 8:30 this morning, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Said, yo, you see the Nikocado video? Nah, so I pulled it up. Within one day, 26 million
Yeah,
views.
yeah, because the first video I saw this morning, I pulled up YouTube on my phone, was the Dame Drops talking about Nikocado. And then I'm like, okay, let me check out this Nikocado Avocado video. And then Dame Drops was saying, hey, yo, he pulled a fast one. He switched up on everybody. He was playing chess.
That's the long
game. He was
game.
playing 3D chess with people.
Yeah.
And he was also, I don't think Nikocado Avocado is stupid. I think this guy's
He's
a
highly
savvy businessman.
Apparently, he said in an interview or something that like, once I hit my certain weight goal, I'm gonna lose it all.
Yeah, and then once
But that's the biggest finesse, and I think Nikocado, like we're talking about, he weaponized the hate.
Totally, yeah.
And you have to be a different
the
type.
opposite of Wings of Redemption. Yeah.
Wings, I think, didn't have the long-term view and accepted non-growth.
True.
He's like, I'm just gonna be here playing my games.
I'm gonna get my 50K.
Like I'm gonna do my thing. But Nikocado did some wild stuff, man.
He did, yeah.
This guy's wearing oxygen tanks at Walmart, crashing into stuff in his wheelchair, just doing some outlandish stuff.
Yeah.
Very offensive, very like shock factor was on 100. And I think the problem is like, and I want to ask you this next question is that, is it the chicken or the egg when it comes to these situations? Because me personally, we as humans, it's like the car crash effect.
Yeah.
If we're walking down the street,
Yeah.
Let's say we're in our neighborhood right now, and then all of a sudden we hear a bunch of sirens.
Well, yeah.
And you hear, "Oh my God!"
You're gonna go
outside and you're gonna look.
But the thing with if it's chicken or egg, is it the content creator's fault or is it the viewers?
That's my question.
It's
a supply and demand.
It's definitely supply and demand. Where if people want to see content like that,
they're gonna go get it.
Yeah, for sure. Look,
and they're gonna watch it.
And there's a guy. Oh man, I forget his name, but he's a YouTuber. But he's very, very, very funny. Speed, I think that's his name.
Speed, yeah. I show Speed.
Yeah, he's a
guy's
black
crazy,
guy,
man.
right?
Yeah,
right. And he's gone to Europe and stuff, and he makes funny videos. And I saw this video where he was in Greece.
Okay.
And there was a guy saying like, "Yo, can you buy me lunch, or you can buy me food, can you buy me water?" So this guy like blessed him up. He went to a
corner store,
a general store, bought him.
Dépanneur is in Montréal.
Tu comprends, yo. But he said, hey, let me get this for you. So and there's a lot of fake videos too out there, or videos that, especially in a lot of those videos I've seen are in Canada, where they'll buy food and then give food to homeless people. Like they'll go to a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And then give them like $500 cash.
To
buy $200 worth of food, and then they give food.
That's the virtue signaling stuff.
For
Like,
sure.
okay, if you're really such a good person,
you don't need to put it on.
Yeah,
camera.
I don't mess with those videos.
I've seen a lot of those videos.
I don't mess with those
They're in
videos.
Canada. I'm not sure why.
Really, eh?
I'm not sure why. There is a huge homeless population in Canada.
Yeah.
There's a lot more people.
I don't like those
on the
videos.
street than there was prior to.
Like,
COVID.
if you're so virtuous, why are you filming yourself giving out money or Tim Hortons?
Exactly,
or
like
socks? You don't need to film that.
No, let me make this point though. Like,
yeah, of course.
Like that's great, helping the homeless, helping disadvantaged people, helping people that are on the street. I think ultimately that's great, but it's not great if you're putting it on camera and doing it, like you said, for like
clicks.
Like if you're a good person, if you're a good person, you don't need to tell people that you're a good person.
Yeah.
Don't be a Justin Trudeau, all right? But I'm just.
You know what? But okay, I just thought about this right now though. Alternatively, where it's like maybe that is a form of activism.
Maybe.
For people to say, you know what, I wouldn't have done this anyway.
Yeah.
Let me go out and do it. That's just one alternative view where you're like, I agree with you on the like.
Yeah.
Why would you, if you want to be a good person, why do you need to share a video on YouTube? That's monetized, by the way. That's monetized.
That's monetized.
You're making money off of.
I've given homeless people stuff on the street. Look, I've done it before. I've went to the pharmacy to buy. I was in the pharmacy and I saw they had a deal on socks.
Right.
And homeless people need socks, by the way.
Right.
So I
gave.
You
didn't film it.
No, I didn't film it. I didn't pull up my phone and say, "Hey, let me make it." No, I I gave him. I think I had some fruit, and I gave him. I said, "I don't have any cash. I wouldn't give money to a homeless person, because I don't believe in that. But just if I was trying to help him out, right, in a way I could, and he was pretty happy about that because I think socks can be quite helpful.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you're wearing the same socks every day.
Yeah.
They're gonna get pretty worn and beaten down.
Yeah, of course.
But look, again, that I'm straying away from this.
Yeah, the main point is like it's the supply and demand.
For sure.
Right?
So
it's like
people want to see that.
People want to see this outlandish, crazy, shocking, jolting content.
I was talking about show.
Yeah. I show speed.
I show speed, yeah, and I like his videos. I think he's very funny.
The barking.
Yeah, I like that. And I think he's very, very funny. But I'm saying that I think that when he was in. Huh?
Did you fart?
No, okay. I went like this.
Okay.
When he was in Europe and he was in Greece and he was giving out food out to that homeless guy, I could see it was really in his heart. He's like, get whatever you want. You want a Yito, you want this, you want that.
Right.
I could tell that it was really from him and it wasn't some type of publicity fake video, right? Maybe it was, but
maybe
he seems like a decent kid.
Right.
But I don't know. Look, like you said, it's at the end of the day, I think it's a supply and demand. If people are going to do those types of videos because they have a huge audience, especially in this case, I think Nikocado Avocado is very, very, very money hungry.
Yeah.
And very, very, very tuned in to what people want to see and people want to view. And people want to see a car accident. People want to see the train wreck.
People want to be entertained. And I think he knew exactly how to leverage his audience base.
Definitely.
To make a fortune.
Definitely.
Because, again, it's people want to see. It's like that's why the UFC is so popular.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's
like no one's watching curling. It's Benita, can he win? If you know, you know. If you know what that is.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, so people want to see disasters. People want to see train wrecks. Like that's just in our human DNA, I believe.
For sure.
And
look, a huge proportion of social media is shock value.
Yeah, it's true.
Look, it's true. There's this thing on Reddit. Hold my feeding tube, for example, where people get hurt so badly that they need a feeding tube. That's where the name comes from.
Right.
And it's all these accidents or people doing
people are filming this.
And people are filming
this.
It's
grotesque.
It's huge. Yeah. And I'm thinking that people want to be shocked. People want that shock content.
Yeah.
They want to say, oh my God, how can that happen? And like you said, somebody's videotaping it.
Yeah.
Somebody's putting it on the internet. Somebody's knowing that people want to see that kind of content. I think at the end of the day, in conclusion, Nikocado Avocado is a savvy businessman.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what his audience wants to see.
Yep.
And he knows that there's a lot of sick people, especially on the internet, where, like I said, in contrast to Wings of Redemption, who has been in the industry for 15 plus years.
Yeah.
Was a YouTuber, came up with a lot of the people that are big.
Like legacy YouTubers now.
Exactly. Legacy YouTubers, people that have made so much money they don't even need to make videos.
Yeah.
Someone like FPS Russia.
Yeah.
Where they made the Painkiller already, PKA. Wings of Redemption, which is a huge podcast on YouTube. Wings of Redemption was one of the people that first started it.
Interesting.
Then it got kicked off.
Nah, really?
Yeah. So, but I'm saying that, like you said, legacy YouTubers where they don't even need to make videos anymore because they've made so much money.
But you become a household name.
For sure.
You're famous. And it's like a level of entrenched fame that you can't necessarily take away.
I think if he would have taken the Nikocado Avocado approach to say, look, this is my audience. This is what people want to see. People want to see me cry on video.
Yeah, who are my consumers?
People want to see me blow up. Yeah. I'm gonna play along with it. And a lot of people have said that about Wings of Redemption. They said, look, if this guy would have played along with it or faked to care about it but not actually care, he could have been a multimillionaire. This guy could have transformed his business. And look, even $50,000-$60,000 a year to sit at home and play video games a year as a streamer, that's a pretty good income.
That's
US,
not bad.
That's a good income. Not bad at all. But again, Nikocado Avocado.
I think he's a savvy businessman.
I think
he understands consumer behavior. He understands trends.
For sure.
And ultimately, he's going to give people what they want.
Exactly.
That's what people want. And especially on that medium of YouTube, where it's just, again, the whole platform, not the whole platform, but a large chunk is about punish fetishization.
It is, yeah. It's
where we want to see people do.
They're lol counts.
Yeah, like we want to see people do outlandish, crazy. Like remember Sacha Baron Cohen, like Borat.
Yeah, actually, you know what's? Wait, as a coincidentally, I was watching one of his movies last night. Was The Dictator?
Yeah, okay.
Which I've seen. It was my second time watching it. Mm-hmm. But go ahead, yeah.
So like I think that was sort of like a really prime. I would say Borat, like it's like a very mainstream, sort of socially accepted version of that type of trolling, right? Where you know exactly what you're doing. You understand your consumer base wants to see crazy stuff.
For sure.
And Nikocado was just doing it in a much more grotesque form. And he's, like the self-deprecating, but then eventually having the last laugh.
So let me ask you in conclusion, because
Sure.
we've had a good conversation about this. Do you think he sold his soul?
To go through all of that, those sacrifices, the health risks involved,
Yeah.
the social ostracization,
To destroy his marriage
you have to
with
be
his
selling
husband,
something.
Yeah, he destroyed his
Like,
relationship.
To go to that level of infamy, you have to be selling something.
You got to make money,
Like,
right?
I don't know who has that level of foresight that can, because you basically have to be creating a charade.
Exactly.
Everything has to be fake and calculated. That is a level of deception that is probably like, it's like that Ryan Garcia, that fighter,
Yeah.
where he pretended to be drunk, against Devin Haney.
Yeah.
And he pretended for 12 weeks, and then he put a $2 million bet against himself in Vegas, and he cashed out $12 million on his
Yeah, it's
own
psychology.
fight.
If you make your, in this case, it would be the audience,
Yeah.
his consumer, his customers, that they're thinking, okay, this guy is,
Well,
know,
in mainstream, like if you Google his name before this, the downfall of Nikocado.
for
This,
sure.
that, so
I've seen the
Nikocado
videos.
this,
Yeah, I've
Nikocado
seen-
that. So
I've
like
seen the
you've seen these
the
videos.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, the rabbit hole. If you go on the Nikocado rabbit hole, it's
Yeah,
not that
right,
difficult.
right.
He's
Yeah.
he's a legacy YouTuber at this
Definitely.
point.
Yeah.
And it's clear that YouTube doesn't really have niches. It just has fetishes of certain things. And did Nico sell his soul? I mean, to go to that level of fame, man, I don't know. To go through all that shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
He
all
did,
that
look,
shit.
He did it for money, and
Yeah.
I think it's very clear. He did it for fame. For
I mean, am I gonna have mukbangs for 3 years?
Nah.
I'm good.
now look, and he probably likes to eat, but look, and
Dude, his expose video was him eating.
yeah, look, I think he, like you said, at the end of the day, it was a marketing move, and it was extremely smart, sick, twisted.
This is a finesse of
For sure,
unprecedented levels.
Look, I think at the end of the day, it was a business decision that he made, and there's not much else I can say about it. I think it's been,
that's pretty much it.
for sure. But I do think, to answer my own question, I would say that he definitely did sell his soul.
Yeah.
I mean, he did sell himself, but at the end of the day, look, if you want to make money on
This
the
guy's making
internet,
millions of dollars.
on the internet, I'm referring to,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
at a job
yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Because in life, everyone needs morals and ethics and a code to coexist.
Yeah, but then there's something called business.
Exactly,
and the paycheck.
for sure. But I'm
If you're
just
goody
saying that,
two shoe and you're not making any
I'm just
money.
saying on the internet.
Yeah.
especially.
Oh, yeah.
How can you?
Internet cowboys, man.
Look, he understood. People want to see this content.
Yeah.
People want to watch me be 500 pounds.
Yep.
People want to watch me cry and throw food around and go to Walmart on in wheelchairs and
it's just
stuff.
crazy
It's
that
just
someone would-
and I'm not a fan of his in any.
Oh, I don't
fashion
watch
or
his
any way.
content.
But
Nah.
it's more of the shock value. But look, at the end of the day, I think he outsmarted a lot of people, and yeah.
Oh, he's a full-time finesser. Anyways, appreciate you coming on this
Okay, man.
emergency podcast. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on Nikocado? And later.
Take care.